Kyle Bennett here with Big County Preps, here with co-defensive coordinator John Few and co-defensive backs coach Bo Puckett as Plant High School prepares for their 8A state championship game. Coaches, talk to us about what you guys have been able to do. 4 state championship runs in a row, 5 since 2009. How do you guys do it?
Great kids, buy into the system, work hard, and produce on the football field. That's the bottom line.
I'll go ahead and throw in, and I'll say also, just a great community of support we have, and we're very fortunate to have a lot of coaches that's been together, and we're able to just kind of keep this thing together. And I think just guys like Coach Few here, one of my mentors, he's done a great job of putting together a good philosophy for our defense, and we just work real hard behind these guys and just try to keep them as prepared as best we can.
Does it feel any different? Does the fourth and 4 years feel any different than the first?
It does for me personally, because I've got 2 sons now in the program and on the team. So this is in 22 years of coaching, this is the only year that all 3 of us are actually going to be on the same team. So we've known that since the beginning. It's a special experience for me personally in that regard. But as far as the team goes, and as far as working to achieve goals and climbing the ladder and beating teams in the playoffs and finally making the final game, no, it's been a struggle, and it's the same struggle we go through every year. And we've been fortunate to have been able to make it 4 years now.
You don't take that for granted, and particularly with this team. We've always been blessed with some marquee names, and particularly this year, we've just got a lot of great football. We have great talent, a lot of good high school football players, and again, like Coach Few said, just having kids on the team. Ever since I coached at Jesuit since '98, just watching those kids grow up, James and Will. It's a pleasure to have those kids on the team, and us still playing football at the level that we're playing. So it's real special.
For me, it's not just them; it's all their friends. This whole team is kids that I've seen grow up, from little toddlers to now stinky, smelly football players.
Talk about the growth of these kids that you have seen. Both of you guys have seen the same kids now for a long time. Talk about the growth personally in your relationships, mentally in the kids, and also physically, because they've turned into some phenomenal athletes.
Let me take that one. That's been the key to being able to produce year after year, is our off-season training, our weight program, our agility and speed and agility training, all the 7-on-7 work we do over the summer. People can poo-poo that, but it really pays off for us in spades, because when we get around to August, when we start hitting, we can concentrate more on the rest of the stuff and don't have to do so much remedial 7-on-7 work. It's all that off-season conditioning and the system that we've got in place now over years. Those kids mature faster. And I'll use Mike Tate as a perfect example. Here's a kid who played JV for us, not only as a freshman but as a sophomore, and then came in as a junior, and has just done nothing but lit it up since he's been with us. And that's part of building the whole system.
All right, you guys have obviously seen Miramar on film now quite a few times, if I had to guess. Just talk about what you guys have seen a little bit, without obviously saying too much, but talk about what you guys have seen. They've obviously got some great athletes on that team as well.
Oh yeah, they're a stable full of thoroughbreds, and they play great football. And so the challenge for us is to figure out how they do what they do, why they do what they do, when they do what they do, and figure out a way to stop it.
On top of that, their coaches, you can tell schematically on film, their coaches are very conscientious about tendency breaking, and they you can tell that they're very well coached. They're probably one of the better coached teams from that area, I'm sure. Certain about it.
How's the mood in the locker room with the kids? A lot of them have been here before, some of them haven't. Especially in your guys' defensive backfield, you got a young guy or two playing back there. Just kind of talk about how the mood in the locker room is.
Well, I'm going to go back to one of the earlier questions you asked. How do you prepare to go into a game like this? And one of the things we've learned over the years is it's in a lot of ways it's just another game. And if you keep our heads about us and transfer that to the kids, keep the kids focused on what they have to do, not get carried away with all the hype. And most of these kids have been in this situation before, so that helps us, in a lot of ways to narrow our focus during the practice week. And what's the mood in the locker room? Our kids are working. They're focused. They're working hard. They are, respect all, fear none, confident without being cocky, and looking forward to the challenge.
Very focused and consistent. one of the things that Coach Wiener does a great job is keeping our practice schedule and the atmosphere consistent. And so, like this week, even though we try to do the best that we can to minimize anything that makes our practice week abnormal. So, what goes on out there on the practice field is the same thing that went on week one. It's a nice system. It's like a well-oiled machine at this time of year, and we're blessed to be playing this time of year and just practicing this stuff. Today's our last practice, so it's going to be kind of emotional for us, and that kind of makes it a little bit different. But we're excited about this week, and our kids are really focused.
All right. Wednesday night practice, by the way, culminates with the 2-minute drill at the end, which is always a big deal on our football team. And I think, what are we, 14-0 at this point? Defense winning the 2-minute drill.
I can't remember.
Kicking some offensive butt and going to maintain our perfect record this week.
And there you go. Kyle Bennett, Big County Preps here with Coach Puckett, Coach Few, as they prepare for their 8A state title run against Miramar High School this weekend.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
Thanks, guys.